6 months ago, I would have never thought I would be headed to Australia. In fact, Northeastern wasn't even part of the plan. Growing up a twin, I always embraced being able to do my own thing. For me, that was always gymnastics. I always imagined it would follow me straight to college, but life happens, and whether we like it or not, dreams change. When I found out my twin sister was going to be graduating as valedictorian and achieving her biggest dream, I realized it was time to find myself again and face the world on my own. The way I see it, gymnastics took me so many places in life, and somehow it would lead me to one more place, Australia. And just like that, I was headed all the way around the world on an adventure far away from everything I had ever known.
Dare you lift yourself up on the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today never happened. Today never happened before.
When I first arrived at Swinburne, I had no idea how life-changing my experience was about to be. Opening my eyes to a whole new world has allowed me to appreciate life in a way I never imagined possible. While being on my own required extra strength and a lot of adjusting to, I would not change any of it because it has forced me to grow up very quickly and has made me into a stronger person. In class and by living among a new community, I had the opportunity to fully experience the ways of life and learn a unique culture. Trips offered in Indigenous Australian experiences also allowed me to see firsthand the life of an Aboriginal. Through exploring over the last 4 months, I have been able to see the buildings, graffiti, and other forms of art that make up Melbourne. While it took some time, I eventually mastered the city's complex metro system. And of course I learned all there is to know about Aussie rules football by going to a footy game. Having firsthand seen a life different from that of my own, I know that I have widened my perspective of the world, and I am now forever a global citizen. One of the most special aspects of my NUin experience was having the opportunity to give back within another country. The Bupa around the bay in a day was by far the most rewarding service learning experience during my stay. This 250-kilometer bike race, participated in by 15,000 riders, is an event to benefit the Smith family, an organization that reaches out to underprivileged children. Cheering as each rider crossed over the finish line was absolutely surreal. Seeing the smiling faces on all of the people, young and old, as they finished, made me realize how much they appreciated my support. I feel I was impacted by this ability to connect and share the success with complete strangers. I did not even know the names of these people, yet I was truly proud of their accomplishments. Seeing a community that was this large come together to achieve one common goal was larger than life. It was then that I realized that I had never been a part of something so big.
This is the time of my life.
I've had quite the Australian adventure. During my spring break trip to Cairns and Port Douglas, I dove in the Great Barrier Reef and whitewater rafted in the rainforest. During our group trip to Sydney, I got to explore the city, see the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and the Opera House. I can even say that now I have been surfing down under. I had the chance to see an amazing view after I climbed 11 kilometers of a mountain in the Grampians. But my entire trip has been a climb. I have traveled and seen the world. I have made lifelong friends, and together we have become a family. We share so many great times and unforgettable moments.
More than a name or a face in the crowd, I know this is the time. This is the time of my life.
I have never considered myself to be ordinary. This may in fact be why I've had a college experience far different from that of the average freshman. I have studied and lived abroad in Australia, an experience I know will forever follow me into the future. As I leave Australia behind and look back on my experiences, I can see that I have grown into a better me. This trip was about proving to myself that I can do anything, and that is exactly what I did. Now I feel readier than ever to face the wonderful opportunities and obstacles that await me as I continue my trip through life. Australia ended up being my dream, even when I thought I no longer had one. And now it's time for me to discover new dreams, and if I have learned anything, it is that the possibilities are endless.
Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.